Hello, welcome to Lemon Studios, where we talk movies, television, and wrestling. I'm, of course, Lemon himself, Zeke Lemon, and this is my review for Daredevil Born Again, Season 2, Episode 4. But before we get into that, let's get the house clean out of the way. Share them to leave a like, comment, let me know your thoughts on Daredevil Born Again. And, of course, hit that subscribe button as it helps me grow into my YouTube career. I'll greatly appreciate it. Now, all that out of the way, let's get into it, shall we? So, this was a really good episode. I mean, this was one of their best episodes of maybe ever. Easily the best episode of the Disney Plus era of Daredevil, but I do think this is in contention with some of those Netflix episodes. This season to me is easily topping season 1. And again, I think it's in contention for probably one of my best shows of the year thus far. That's how good it was. And this episode was no different. Each episode just really continues to really top each other all the way through. You know, we were talking last week where everyone said, hey, the first 3 episodes are slow, but then after that, it really starts to pick up. And, you know, those first 3 episodes, here in this space anyway, we kind of all agree that, no, those first 3 episodes were phenomenal. So if episode 4 and on is picking up the pace, what could they possibly be doing? And sure enough, they did pick up the pace in episode 4. We kick off with Bullseye, right? We kind of get a day in the life of his morning routine and what he's doing. And I will say, I was kind of down for this to be the whole entire episode. Just a little bit of a filler. Let's just focus on Bullseye all the way through. See him knock down this task force one by one as he's thinking, I'm the good guy. I'm taking the bad guys out. Like the whole sees the dog. He's like, dogs and diners are very unsanitary. Please don't kill me. I'm not. I'm one of the good guys, as he's killing some of the task force, which is, you know, in a way, he is killing the bad people. So therefore, he is trying to right his sins. And, you know, it all caps off at the end where he meets Daredevil and they have their fight at the apartment. And then sure enough, what his plan was, what we've been talking about here, I think it was last week's episode. I need to go back and watch. But I have said at some point, I don't think Vanessa's making it out of this season. I don't think Karen is making it out of this season. I don't think the Heir is making it out of this season. I do think Buck's going to take him out. I think that's all I said who I thought was not going to make it out of this season alive, pretty much. And so far, now I am 1 for 3 because Vanessa is no longer with us, or we assume. I mean, glass through the head. I mean, it does look pretty evident. As soon as I saw her in white, I was like, she's fucking dying. And when they were having their conversation, and Fisk looks like, you can't be there. And Vanessa's like, please don't, you know, shelter me in any way. And I was like, Vanessa, you should probably really listen to him because I'm worried about you this episode. Like the whole entire time, every time I was having a scene with her. And it kind of solidified for me when she had her scene, when she was talking with the governor, if I remember correctly, when they were having their back and forth, and he's like, look, I don't trust Mayor Fisk, but I do trust the missus. And, you know, if you can keep them in control, then, you know, by all means. I was like, yeah, no, Vanessa is definitely, if it's not this episode, maybe the following episode, that she will be cut. Bullseye is going to get her. And I love the whole entire blocking of that as well, because, yes, Bullseye through the glass, right? So Fisk can easily be like, Bullseye killed my wife. But the way Bullseye threw it, because his target was Vanessa the whole entire time. He did not want to get Fisk. I know he said, oh, I'm going to get Fisk tonight. When they had their conversation at the apartment, I'm going to do something that you don't have the cojones to do, pretty much, to Daredevil. But Bullseye has been targeting Vanessa the whole entire season. We saw her in episode, was it 2 or was it 3 when they were out the window? And Vanessa could feel him. She could feel it. It was episode 2. She could feel his presence out the window, but she couldn't see him, but yet he was looking on her, right? Then she's having the dream sequence. Bullseye was coming for her the whole entire way through. He was never trying to kill Fisk. So he was like, okay, but if I can make it inadvertently, where yes, he knows it's me, but in a way it's him who killed his wife, then that is the biggest win. I absolutely loved it. He punches the glass. I was like, the glass is in her. And you actually see when he pulls out the gun and he goes to shoot Bullseye when Daredevil comes in to block the shot, you do see Vanessa in the back and you see the glass inside. It is so great. I absolutely love the way that was shot. I love the whole plot, the planning through it. I am sad to see Vanessa go because I really did like her character a lot. But hey, you know, this is the story that they were telling. And now we're going to get Unhinged Fisk, which I do think will be his ultimate demise. I think he's not going to be able to be level-headed anymore. You know, he was as level-headed as he could be when he was having that interrogation with Mr. Charles. I believe his name, Matthew Little's character, where he brings in his guys and Buck is, you know, the greatest shot of all time. All right, only Bullseye is better than him, kills those two guys, and he's like, practice patience. It's really important. I was like, that was a really good scene. And even Charles is like, fuck. You know, he was like, damn it, I can't believe I lost control in that one. Now, if he tries to press, and now Fisk has lost his wife, I am really, really intrigued to see where that conversation goes, along with everything else. Like, he's not going to be able to hold too much longer. Everything else that happened in this episode, it was also good. I like how Duffy is now getting into part of the plan pretty much. She was doing the conversation with that guy who ultimately dies in the end at the hands of Buck. When he goes, oh, you have somewhere to be. He goes, I'm not going to leave you alone here. And he goes, no, we can't have any loose ends. I thought he was going to go have a date with the psychologist because clearly we're building that up, right? It didn't even click to me that, oh no, he had a mission. He was going to kill that guy. But once he got into the van, I was like, I don't know. I don't trust I don't trust the marshals that much. And sure enough, they were the marshals, and Buck just, hey guy, sorry, and then killed him. And then that was it. That was a pretty good spot. Duffy and Karen was a really good scene as well. I also liked everything we did with our new white tiger quite a bit. You know, we go, hey, let me do it. And Karen's like, no, it's way too dangerous. Give me a chance. Going back and forth. And then sure enough, his Daredevil was like, yeah, let the kid take it. We'll see how it goes. And you know, that whole entire kind of like passing the mantle in a lot of ways where he's going, you do know what this means, right? Like showing her the necklace. You are now part of this. And there's a lot of responsibility, you know, take it with stride. Just really laying the law down with her to show how real this really is. Again, just everything in this episode, I absolutely had a great time with. I cannot wait for next week to see how Fisk is going to respond now that his wife is dead. Is he going to fully blame Bullseye? Is he going to blame her? Because he kept going, I told her not to come. And again, now that Fisk is losing more control as we are coming in on the back end of this, because this was the end of the first half. There's only 8 episodes this season, not 9 like season 1. And the back half, he's going to be completely unhinged, and we'll see how much that lasts him in the mayor, because he can't continue on being mayor by the end of this season, right? If this is to be in timeline order, because you know, in Spider-Man: Brand New Day, he gets the key to the city, and if we hate vigilantes right now as a political scheme within New York, how can you get the key to the city? So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, the demise of Fisk starts to begin next week, but not until we have a whole lot of fun with them. But comment below and let me know your thoughts on this episode of Daredevil. Did you love it as much as I did? I sure hope y'all did. Leave a like if you made this far in the review. I do greatly appreciate it. Hit the subscribe button as it helps me grow into my YouTube career. And don't forget to squeeze the days, guys, because life is too short not to give your all. So squeeze every opportunity that you can. Until next time, I'll see you here at Lemon Studios.